right, let's continue on our mastery of the timeline. I've got a slightly more complex timeline. You're potentially going to have a lot bigger, okay? But we need to find stuff. We've got amends to make, we've got to find videos. What you need to do is make sure that you've clicked into your timeline, so little blue lines around the outside, and just hit Command F on a Mac, Control F on a PC. Very common find shortcut. Oh, I've come back from the future. I just realized I didn't show you the actual long way for the find. I just showed you the shortcut. Okay, so make sure you've got your timeline selected and you go to Edit Find. For those people who, are sick of all the shortcuts, Dan, there's an easy way. Anyway, continue on. And you can do things. Oh, you can see I've already been playing. I've given away my plan. But you can find anything. Probably what I use the most is name. Okay, and I say the name contains, and quite often I'm adjusting things like text. Okay, I do these little pop-ups as part of mine. Okay, so I'm going to find anything that has actually a file name of pop. Okay, because I know I use that when I have these little text pop-ups. Hit find, and there it is there. Okay, it's gone straight to it. Okay, and found it in the timeline. I use it quite a bit. So find all. Okay, it's going to select them all for me. Okay, and I have the battle of like, should these all be a bit lower or a bit, the volume up and down? So there's a way of selecting them all rather than trying to like shift click them all, or especially if they're kind of spanning lots of different tracks. Anyway, so that's how to find stuff. You can find all sorts of useful things. So again, just clicking in here, Command F, let's look at, let's say, instead of just names of files, okay, let's look at, say, effects. Let's find something that has the noise. Okay, hit find, and there's my video that I had the noise on. Okay, let's type Lumetri, which is a really common one. Okay, oh, gotta actually, if you hit enter, it does jump to it. Okay, but find all or find, up to you. Okay, so in my case, I'm gonna find the next one. There it is there, I've added that. Let's look at combining the two. So I want something that's got Lumetri, but also a frame rate of 60 frames per second. Okay, so you want to find everything maybe in your document that has these two things. Find all, I've only got one of them. That's it. Yep, find. It's useful. And for you might find it even more useful depending on the metadata that is, you've got in your kind of original footage. Can you see here, if you've got a lot of kind of great stuff with client names and different things, different cameras, okay, as long as the metadata is there in the actual file name, you can find all sorts of good stuff. For me, I use mainly name. Markers is good, but there's actually a better way of doing markers, and we'll do that later in the course. All right, find over.